All right. As long as everything is working the way that my computer is telling me it's working, then we should be live. So, hello and welcome to everyone who is watching the Written Melanin channel. Wherever this day may have found you, I'm so glad that you are here. My name is Chelsea, better known as CM Lockhart, and I'm here with the one, the only Audra Russell of Between the Reads, and we are here to bring some melanin to your pages. And today, you guys, is going to be an interesting one because
Uh-huh.
we actually have a lot to talk about today
Yeah, we
because
do.
the internet is wild. And ooh, Thasa's here. Hello, Lutasa. I have to say it because she loves saying the name like that. But also,
I do.
Benjamin's here. Mickey is here. Read, love, listen. Hello, welcome you guys. So
Oh, yay. Everybody's here.
here
I gotta
we
get
go.
my YouTube page up. Okay.
Okay.
Boop.
But anyway,
Trying to
how
do
are
too
y'all
much.
doing today? Because today has been a busy week, and Ash Writes Lots is here. Hello, and I know it's only Tuesday, and I stand by what I said that today has been a busy week. Today feels like it's been a whole week. Today has been a busy week. Is accurate, actually.
Yeah, it's Sunday and Saturday. I painted my laundry room. Yesterday, Ed had knee surgery, so I did that all day, then came home and I had two shows to edit. I only got one edited last night, and then I had to edit the other one this morning. So I have been editing and, doing all this stuff. So it's, yeah, I was tired.
Same, same. So I have been formatting my book. So if you guys don't follow me on Twitter, TikTok, whatever, my book comes out 2 weeks from today. I'm really excited about it, and I it's been a journey getting this to the version it needs to be at for me to be happy because I'm a perfectionist on the inside. And so basically I have been making changes. I added a whole nother scene, two scenes that were not in the book originally. So if anybody read the book as a beta reader, just know that it's like functionally very different now. Like it's the same story, but it's really different at this point. And just going back and catching like the little stuff, but then formatting it because let me tell y'all, this is my fault. This is my fault because I know how the world works when it comes to me and not trying to get out of doing work. It doesn't work that way, and I know this about myself. Okay, I feel like Sokka and his boomerang. Okay, it always comes back to bite me. Okay, because I'm over here like I don't want to have to spend hours formatting my book. I know how to use InDesign. I know how to use the Creative Cloud, Adobe Suite, whatever. It takes forever. And so I'm like, ooh, there's this new app and you can just like upload your work and it formats it for you. And other people are like, it works. It's so great. It's fantastic. Y'all, the devil's a lie because I paid for that software and I used it. Tell me why. When I looked at my Kindle, I'm going to show it to you. I'm going to show it to you because I was upset last night at 10 o'clock when I finally sent my book out to ARC readers. And I'm like, ooh, it's going to be so nice. It's going to be so pretty. And then I looked at it and I was like, y'all see this? Y'all see this one giant block of text? I was so mad. I was so mad. And I was like, bump this. Had to message the people this morning and be like, hey, run me my money back because I can't do this. And then I've been spending all day in InDesign formatting my book. So if you got an ARC, expect another email from me saying like, hi, I have a prettier one for you. And then, yeah.
Raymond is here. Hey, Raymond. He's one of
Hello,
my
welcome.
book buddies. Welcome. I think it's his first time here.
Hey, welcome to the Melanin Chat.
Yes, welcome, welcome. And read, love, listen. I picked the three Mrs. Grays because Shelley's coming on my show this weekend.
Ooh.
Yes, yes. So I had just kind of discovered Shelley maybe a couple of months ago and then reached out to her and she graciously agreed to be on the show. And this is the kind of time I'm on, y'all. This is how goofy I am. I was grilling right before I came on the show, so I was getting ready to tell y'all if I smell like barbecue smoke, don't worry about it. Like as if y'all have smell-o-vision.
Yeah, that's not how that works. That's not how the internet works, homie. But
My bad.
appreciate the simple flex. Like, yeah, I just grilled out. I got good food waiting for me when I get off the chat. It's cool.
Listen, I scarfed down a half smoke real quick. Like I don't even think I tasted it because I
Same.
had to put something on my stomach. So
I had a granola bar. That's about it.
So,
That's about No, I lied. I had a biscuit this morning. I had a gravy biscuit this morning from Biscuitville. Because you know what I love about being self-employed? I can go to Biscuitville after the morning rush, and it's fantastic. And if y'all live on the West Coast and y'all don't have Biscuitville, I'm so sorry. Biscuitville is amazing.
I don't have Biscuitville either, but
you should come down. When you come visit me, eventually I'm gonna take you to Biscuitville because it's amazing. It's absolutely amazing. But so Ash Writes a Lot says she's been considering jumping into InDesign. So I want to comment on that before we get into the whole slew of things that we have to discuss for today. And I will say this. InDesign is absolutely worth learning, but it is a subscription that you have to pay for through Creative Cloud, or you have to pay for it by itself. And there is a very steep learning curve, but if you learn it, it can do literally everything. Like, it can do your Instagram, you can plan those out, you can do your books, you can do flyers, business cards, like literally everything that y'all see on my website, like all the the logo and the text and everything, the banner for the YouTube channel, all that stuff, the thumbnails and stuff, all of that's InDesign. So definitely worth learning.
Hey, Summer.
Why do you whisper like that?
Because I didn't want to interrupt you, so I was trying to say, hey,
We're on a live, Audra. If you talk and I'm talking at the same time, that's how it works. That's not how whispering works on the internet.
We can pretend we're all in a room. We're pretending we're all in a room, and she walked in, and I said, hey, Summer, while you were still talking.
You would have been better off being like this and just saying what you was going to say.
Like you did last week. Pick me.
Look. Some school stuff stays with you for a long time. You never forget raising your hand. And I was always that kid that had my hand in the air because the teacher wasn't calling me and anybody else's hand in the air because I know the answer. Just call on me. Pick me. You know?
But you know they wasn't going to pick you, though.
They wasn't because they was like, well, everybody needs a chance. Okay, they had opportunity. If you're not going to take an opportunity, they ain't got nothing to do with me. Okay? That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Everybody can't be offered an opportunity that they're not going to take. That's all I'm saying. Anyway,
right.
That was a rant, and I apologize.
I could just wave in the chat, Benjamin, but I wanted to acknowledge her publicly, like out loud. Sorry.
Well, thank you guys for being here. That's what I have to say. And if you are here and you're currently watching and you haven't hit the like button,
Soda just went up my nose.
Please go ahead and hit the like button while Audra figures out how to breathe and drink at the same time. Author Montrez is here. Hello. Welcome.
Hey, Montrez. How are you? Apparently, I cannot laugh and drink at the same time.
Probably not a good idea. But yes. Ash, if you're considering InDesign, I would recommend looking into it, giving it a try. I like it. It's also a lot cheaper than a lot of other stuff once you actually learn how to use it. But I'm going to warn you, you're going to spend like 3 weeks trying to just figure out how to use it because it's not intuitive. It's not one of those things that you just download and click around in and figure out. It don't work like that. I've been using it for years since college, and I still had to watch a video on how to format my books.
Yeah, InDesign was one of them things when I was in college I was just like, whew. In grad school, I should say, not college.
Yeah. But I love it though, honestly. Once you do get it down, you can make anything look how you want. So I may, if you guys are interested, I can send you a screenshot of what my book is looking like now, since it's actually formatted. Since when I tell you, I was heated last night about this formatting, and I just spent like 7 hours formatting this book and learning this new program just for it to be like, no, we're not gonna do it, bruh. I was ready to fight everybody. Anyway, moving on. And I'm not even violent, lies. I'm not violent. I'm peaceful. I'm a very peaceful person.
I was about to say, no, you ain't. Because you already said in that last video that you are a violent person when somebody comes for you or yours. So hush all that noise. Lies!
I said I'm peaceful. I choose when I'm violent, okay? There's a difference. But anyway, let's get on to these Melanin spotlights for the week, and then we are going to talk about some of these things because somebody on these internets really had the audacity to say to a reader that she was just draped in Gucci and she didn't care about what her reader had to say. So we're going to talk about that because it was wild. It was wild. Anyway, I'm just going to go first, and I'm going to go second because my book is by far not new. So.
Okay.
And I'll be like you
this
today.
Is 3. Oh, she got a book today,
too.
y'all. All right.
I stole it from my mama.
Is that the devil in the blue dress?
Yeah.
Hey, I had that one. Three Mrs. Grays. Shelley Ellis coming on the show this weekend. Y'all know how I do. Whoever's coming on the show on the coming up weekend, I always show their book. So, it says, one wealthy businessman, a trio of unsuspecting wives, and an explosive turn of events. In this scandalous, twist-filled new series from Shelley Ellis, will too many secrets and one devastating bond unite three women or destroy them? Noelle, Diamond, Vanessa. Each woman believes she is Cyrus Gray's only wife until he's nearly shot to death. Now, as he lies in a coma, the deceptions keep coming, unraveling everything they thought they knew. Gorgeous model Noelle's marriage to Cyrus anchored her, though she couldn't understand why he wouldn't have a baby with her. He certainly had the money. She's learning fast just how Cyrus became so rich, thanks to his fatally attractive business partner. For Diamond, marrying Cyrus saved her from the streets and being a pimp's punching bag. But her past makes her the police's prime suspect in Cyrus's shooting. She's determined to get to the truth, if she can survive long enough to tell it. Even with her beautiful house, 3 kids, and elegant lifestyle, Vanessa sensed something was wrong in her marriage, but she never expected this, or that taking a lover for comfort would change the game completely. Danger closing in, Cyrus's life hanging in the balance, and collateral damage threatening to take them all down. How far will each woman go to be the real Mrs. Gray? I cannot wait to start reading this after the show.
I really want to read it because I remember when people were like talking about it and they said it was really, really good. I just didn't, I never picked it up. Like, I kind of want to get into it because I'm just kind of like, I can only imagine. Let me find out Ben got 2 other wives. Psh, we all going to jail. That's what it's going to be.
Yeah.
Because, nah,
that ain't happening, bruh.
That ain't happening. I ain't gonna understand. Ain't no gonna be how far you gonna. I'm finna be the only one. That's all.
Yeah, no. Gonna have a problem. We gonna have a problem.
Right?
Not a problem. We gonna have a problem. PROLLUM. We gonna have a problem.
Nah. We're gonna have a bunch of bodies in the backyard pushing up daisies. That's what we finna have.
Just saying.
Okay. Anyway, moving on.
Ben said we would all go to the grave, not jail. And Raven said it's very wild. Like, this thing sounds very wild. Like, I'm excited to get into it. Real.
Like, I might have to pick that one up. Honestly. Truly. After I figure out what I'm, doing with my whole life. Because I don't know the last time I read a book from start to finish. I just started like 8 of them. They all sitting half read on my desk. So I don't know what I'm doing. I don't even know what I'm pretending at this point. But anyway. All right, you guys. I'm being like Audra. So my book today is Devil in a Blue Dress by Walter Mosley. I went to my mama's house and she had this sitting on her bookshelf. I was like, ooh, I'm taking a master class with Walter Mosley. And I was like, I'm going to take this. And she was like, all right. So, this is...
I've seen the movie. I have the book. I've never read it.
I've never read it either, so we're in the same boat, for one. But, this is the first book in the Easy Rawlins series, and it reads, the time is 1948. The town is Los Angeles, and Easy Rawlins is a Black War veteran just fired from his job at a defense plant. Easy is drinking in a friend's bar, wondering how he'll meet his mortgage, when a white man in a linen suit walks in, offering good money if Easy will simply locate Miss Daphne Monet, a blonde beauty known to frequent black jazz clubs. And that's it. That's all I got.
Okay, first of all, when a white man walks into a club offering you good money, that's your first clue right there.
Exactly.
Because ain't nothing that white folks offer you and don't come with hella strings.
Okay.
Man.
But no, I picked it up because y'all are gonna laugh at me. But y'all see how big these words are? Like, it's
I know,
thin,
isn't it beautiful?
And it's big, and it's got big words. Bruh, I can finish this. My attention span is gonna last me on this one. So I decided to go ahead and pick it up.
See, here we go.
I mean, like, truly, y'all, this is the other book I started, the 5th season. Y'all see how big this is?
Yes,
y'all see how tiny these words are? Bruh, I'll be reading this for months.
It's good though. Once you get in it though, really you won't, because you
I
won't be able to
know
put it
it's
down.
good, but the way my attention span is currently set up with everything that I have to do, it's like trying to entertain a rabbit on speed. Okay, I cannot focus on one thing for very long, and I just, it's just, I would love to. I know it's good in
Did
my
you
mind.
say a rabbit on speed? I am next, because we are not going off on any tangents today, ma'am. We have too many things to talk about. I am not going down this rabbit hole with you, Chelsea. Not today.
That's just what it be like in my head sometimes. I'd be like a goldfish. Ooh, ooh, oh.
Almost.
Right. Somebody feed me. That's what it's like in my head sometimes.
Okay.
But
Summer, who did you picture for Easy Rollins? You read it.
I don't know. Honestly, I looked at it, y'all. This is how my mom was so disappointed in me. I was like, "Oh, that's Denzel Washington. I ain't never seen him look that young before." And she was like, "Yeah, that's a young one." I was just like, "Well, came out before I was born, so that's cool."
Hey, and watch your step, ma'am. Because I remember Denzel Washington from a movie called Carbon Copy, where he had a white daddy. And that was the first movie he was ever in. And I remember thinking he was really cute. I was young. And my cousins were like, who is he? He's ugly. Now all my cousins are like, ooh, Denzel. And I'm always like, uh-huh.
Okay.
But Carbon Copy was in the 80s, I think. So watch it.
Look, this book came out in 1990, and then this particular version came out in 95. I wasn't born until the end of 94. So, I'm
keep forgetting you and my oldest son are the same age.
That's just how it be sometimes. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Also,
okay, now, Miss Woman of Color Reader started a whole conversation to find a lot of authors are very comfortable with disrespecting readers on social media.
So let's get into it. Let's get into it. Also, Nikki Reads is here. Aphrodite Lee is here. Hello.
Aphrodite.
All right, you guys. So I can't even take credit for this, because if y'all are not in the Discord server, it's $5 to get in, but it's absolutely worth it, because the conversations we be having in there in between these Melanin Chats is really everything. It's truly everything. And I'm gonna go ahead and give her a shout out. Amanda won the Melanin the after chat, the Melanin Chat Discord today, because she dropped this little gem where apparently Tara Stringfellow, and her book is the book Memphis. It just came out. And it's crazy because y'all know I don't read books, and I actually read this book because it was on audiobook.
Please don't tell me we're going to say something bad about her, because I just bought Memphis, and I don't.
You need to return it. We had a whole discussion about that too. You can go ahead and return that one.
Okay, what happened?
Guys, she done lost all of her good sense. And I'm just like, wait a second, baby doll. Hold on. I thought we were good. I thought we were cool. And apparently, all skinfolk ain't kinfolk. So, like I said, Amanda found the thread. So, shout out to her. But basically, this woman, we have book reviewers. And book reviewers, what do, you guys? They review books. That's what they do. That's their whole platform, right? Mm-hmm. And this, there's this one booktuber, book reviewer, black book reviewer, and which is crazy because I actually know the people who are in the comments because I follow them on Instagram, and I have for a long time. So these weren't just like strangers to me. I'm like, these are really nice people. At least their public face is very nice. Let me put it like that. I ain't never talked to them person. Anyway, to the point. Basically, Chocolate Covered Pages from Instagram was like, I like this book, but the men were trash. And as having read the book, she's absolutely accurate in that statement, right? And then here comes the author, and she's like, then you didn't read my book. And I'm reading this word for word, you guys, so this is still on Instagram if y'all want to check it out. But yeah, she's like, then you didn't read my book. And obviously, she's like, I did actually. The only man I liked was Myron. And she was like, then I feel bad for you. And she just came with all of this like hostile energy in the comments. And it's wild. And so she was like, Chocolate Covered Pages was like, you feel bad for me? No, I feel bad for you because this isn't a good look, obviously. I'm a reader discussing a book on my friend's platform, because mind you, it's not even her post. She commented on someone else's post about the book, right? So she's like, I'm a reader discussing a book on my friend's platform. You dug through all of these lovely comments to only reply to me, and that's sad. I didn't speak on the writing. I spoke on my opinion of the male characters. I in no way invited you to address me, right? And then,
Wow. Okay. So
Tar-
that's the reviewer, and then Miss Tara is gonna respond now.
yes, yeah.
Okay.
So Tara responded, and she was like, and yet I did. I feel bad for folk who can't read satire, who don't understand that the men in my book are suffering from how America treats veterans, black boys, and North Memphis. But as I'm sitting on a Roman hillside, sipping Aperol Spritz draped in Gucci, I realize some Americans read for entertainment, not to discover themselves, their country. And that's sad. But the silver lining is that you already bought the book. Grazie mille. I'll use your funds for my Italian dream home high above the hills from pointed ignorance. Shout out to Myron, Uncle Bird, Father Brown, Jack, Stanley, and even Derek, who again was a child. And then the person who actually posted it, reader then blogger, posted and basically was just like, this is not appropriate. But y'all, the crazy thing about all of this is that she really was just like, oh, I'm above it. You already bought the book. Like we did not just have a whole discussion about returning books. Baby, what? No. This is wild. And then
I'm trying to see how I can return it on Amazon right now because it's a physical book. It was not a Kindle.
you can mail it back once it gets to you. You can
Oh, I already have it.
just take it up to a USPS. Any USPS will take it and they will mail it back for you. There's no shipping involved with Amazon. You just take it back. At least that's how it is with all their other returns. But but Summer said that someone else had issues with her, so I'm curious about what it is. And then Miss Woman of Color Reader pointed out she's calling folks American like she's not one herself. Like that's what I was thinking. I'm like, this is clearly written for an American audience. Like it's about Memphis. And the other thing, it's just like, I'm not even gonna get into that. But
Damn, I think I bought it from a black bookstore.
oh no, you got you can regift it, I guess.
Yeah,
I
guess
don't know.
I guess I'll regift it, but I'm not gonna read it if that's how she's gonna be. And I'm a little mad that she kind of has a point that she's already got our money.
Yeah. And then Read the Listen pointed out these authors want to be big and bad online and then go searching for a problem. And Amanda pointed out this is why authors need marketing and PR training, as Luthaza said. So if you guys are in the Melanin in the Discord conversation, Luthaza pointed out and made a really good point that for whatever reason, authors keep doing this, and it's just kind of like, yo, why do you think that you can just go on here and be rude to people regarding your book? And what's crazy is that she wasn't even insulting your book. She didn't say the writing was bad. She didn't say that this was a terrible book. She didn't say that she DNF'd it or it's a 1-star book or that nobody should read it. She just said that she did not like the male characters in the book. And y'all, to be, like I said, I read the book. The characters are trash. One of them is abusive. The other one assaults, like R words, a 2-year-old child. Okay, like it is not the height of the epitome of manhood, and it's just like these characters are terrible, and the whole book is literally about this family of women overcoming the things that the men of the family have put them through. So for them to be like, for readers to be like the men are trash, is like that's accurate. Like that's the part that's confusing me. Like that's the thing that you chose to hone in on. That's wild. And then I think Miss Woman of Color Reader said that she was rude to someone else on Instagram. And it's just like...
Yeah, but she just said during an interview she told a black blogger to hurry up and ask the questions because she didn't have time because she had a hair appointment. Okay, so what she's going to end up doing is shooting herself in the foot because she may have made money this time around, but when she goes to write that next book and sell it, no one's going to buy it because the book community is going to come together and be like, nope.
And... that's the thing. It's like people want to act like the book community is not a real thing. Like, who do you think are buying and reading your books? Who are recommending it? Who are promoting it when you're not actively doing it? Because you telling a couple of people about your book on your limited social platform is not what's selling your book. It's not what's making a bestseller. It's not going to make it a bestseller. It's not going to make you rich enough to buy a house in the hills. Okay? You're isolating the literal people who you are asking to support you for no other reason than you want to be on your high horse. And it's just like, I
bought it from a black bookstore, so I will keep it as far as because I gave a black bookstore money, but I think I might just go, my grill is nice and hot, the fire's still going out there, so I think I may just go and put it on the fire.
She said, I'm finna burn it.
I mean, you're not going to talk to people any old kind of way. Like I said, I'm just going to take that one for the team, and I supported a black bookstore when I bought it because I looked, it's not in my Amazon, which means I bought it from a black bookstore.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go put it out on the fire.
I'm not even mad at it because, like, I got it from the library. I listened to the audiobook from the library, so I didn't purchase it. But it's just kind of, like, it's just so wild.
Raymond said when she was on the Today Show, she told Jenna Bush Hager and Hoda Cobb that she would rather be writing somewhere rather than being interviewed by them. Yeah, okay.
Wow, she's really full of herself, huh?
Yeah, so I hope she enjoys that little bit of money she got because that's all she's going to get.
I will never read another book from her ever again. Because the thing that I think people miss and kind of what I feel like as a community, we need to discuss. It's just like when you are an author, I love how everybody's supporting you burning this book, Audra.
Ashley said, "Wait, we burning books now." Ashley, not normally, but since I bought this book and I bought it from a black bookstore, so I'm not going to return it to the black bookstore because I don't want to take funds away from a black bookstore. But I am going to burn the book because the author talks to people like they're trash.
I mean, you could just return the book and buy another one of equal value.
That would require me to figure out where I bought it from. And I buy from lots of different black bookstores to try and support them all. So I'm not sure where I bought it from.
So, I can't help you with that. I don't know.
Yeah, no.
You be hustling them bookstores.
Yeah, no, I'm just going to burn it. Or I may just, because I don't even want to give it to somebody because I don't want to promote her in any way.
Well, at least you didn't have her on the show. Oh, the author is Tara Stringfellow, and it's her book Memphis. And honestly, you guys, the book was mid at best. Not even gonna lie. Like it wasn't even like a 5-star read. And that's just a personal opinion. But it wasn't like, oh my God, this is so insightful. My life has changed. There is one line in that entire 300 some odd page book that resonated with me. And it was only because it was an audiobook and the aunt was encouraging her niece's creativity. That's it. Use it as a doorstop. Oh my God.
I was Ricky.
I love y'all.
I didn't want to use it as a doorstop. That's offensive to my damn doorstops. Doorstops have dignity.
She said my doorstops have dignity. Yeah. But yeah.
Yeah, see, Ashley roasted. Yep, we burn it. See, that's the kind of books. We're not burning books just to burn books. We burning books because the author treats people like trash. How you going to go on the Today Show and talk to people like that? I hope she never... Look, the color purple curse on her. Everything you even think about gonna fail till you do right by your book community. There, now.
Y'all, this is who Audra is. Not her putting a root on somebody through the internet for somebody who ain't even here. Ain't ever probably gonna see. But
I put it out into the internet universe. So there.
Okay.
There and I'm gonna do it later with the book, and point right at the book. I do a video, burn that shit, and tag her on it.
Wow. Someone is gonna wake up and choose violence.
But you're not gonna treat people who buy your book any old kind of way and not have some kind of retaliation.
But like, honestly, that's really the issue. It's the fact that somebody bought the book, read the book, didn't even say anything negative. Like, they clearly read it because they have an opinion about it. And you're going to come out here and, like, show your whole ass for no other reason than you can. And I'm like, You ain't never going to be invited for another interview. No one's going to promote your book on Instagram. No one's going to promote your book on YouTube or wherever this makes its rounds. And if they do, they're definitely not going to be the people who you claim to write books for, which that entire cast of characters in that book is Black, and you, ma'am, claim to be Black. So that's who I'm assuming your audience is, your target audience is. And ain't none of them. That's the thing. I feel like that's the wildest thing. Like, because y'all know Black people don't forget nothing. They will hold something against you until the day that you die.
I just realized I bought it from Resist Books, Demetrius, and that's my friend, and that's his brand new bookstore. Because I was like, I know I posted it on my Read It Black to Me page, so I'm gonna keep it because Demetrius is my friend, and I'm not gonna ask him for a refund. But
it's not asking; it's a store. It's a business. You could return it and buy 2 more. That's what I would do if you feel bad about it.
But I'm not gonna do that. But I'm just gonna take one for the team. But she ain't never gonna see not another one of my dollars again. And if Demetrius doesn't know about her behavior, I'm gonna let him see this video so he can see her kind of behavior and he can pull her book off the shelf.
Look, then that's the thing that she needs to really be wary about, because. But you know what? That's a whole other conversation, and I'm not going to get down that rabbit hole.
Right.
But yeah. May she never find the cool side of the pillow. I love the pettiness. What?
and who is she calling Americans? Because is she not American with a name like Tara Stringfellow?
She's from Memphis.
Okay, so
I don't know.
What are you?
I don't even
not
know.
American?
She got over there to Rome and started believing that elitist propaganda. Nah, I don't know. I can't help you. If they had opinions about your characters, that's a good thing. And I think that's the thing that authors forget, is that the fact, whether it's a good opinion or a bad opinion, if someone has an opinion about your book, that means they've spent enough time thinking about it to form one. And it's just kind of like, I can't even imagine.
So that's a good segue into the next topic, which was book reviewers.
Yes.
Good ones versus bad ones.
Oh.
I'll even go further and say, don't come for me. Do we need book reviewers?
Ooh, okay. So
I'm asking. Let's have a discussion.
Let's have a discussion about it. This is going to be an open discussion, so love to know your guys' opinion on it. So the first question is...
Because, here's the thing.
But let me ask the question first. Here's
the thing. Do we need them? Because, look, when I was growing up, right? I grew up in the age before the internet.
That sounds so sad. Okay.
Don't make me come through this camera, because I will, damn it. So, how did books, there was a New York Times bestseller list, there wasn't a place for books to be reviewed like there is now. Mm-hmm. Keeping that in mind.
Okay, so I will say that book reviewers are absolutely necessary, especially within the Black and other minority communities. The reason I say that is because as a Black person, I like to know what other Black people think about a book, but I don't have the time to read every book that everyone says is, oh, it's so amazing, it's so good. So there are people where you can learn their taste over time, over the type of books that they read and the things that they like, that you also agree with. And it's just like you learn to trust that. And I'm sure at one time, at maybe its conception, a New York Times bestseller was actually a thing, or even like these book awards, like we talked about on the previous Melanin Chat, where they might have held some weight about how well a book was written or how good it was. But I feel like over time, some of that has been lost. And for me, I personally like following smaller, and by smaller, I just literally mean individual people who post about the books that they read. And it's not for, oh, I'm doing this because the publisher paid me to say good things about the book, because to me, that gives you more insight about whether or not a book will be good and worth your money, so that you don't have issues like what we're talking about now, where you're purchasing a book and you're just like, A, I don't like it, or B, I don't like the author, or what have you. So I think book reviewers are necessary, and it helps people to find books that are for them, because some people like to go into books blind. I don't know why. That's not the way I live my life. But even so, it's just like when you know that you can trust someone's opinion, you can be like, okay, I don't know what this book is about, but so-and-so said it was good, so I can pick it up. And that helps people find books that are actually for them, that they would like, versus having to be like, oh, I have no idea. And I just feel like having that community, especially as a minority, it's just like you have people who are actively looking, so you don't have to do all the work by yourself, you know? Because that can get extremely exhausting really quick, because you can find all these books, but then it's like, which ones are good? Which ones should I read? Which one should I start with? You know, this book says it has X, Y, and Z, but does it actually meet X, Y, and Z? You know, it's a lot more complicated than I think people who aren't in the book community understand. But like, people who review books are really out here doing the work of God, because it's just like this whole conversation, we haven't even actually read the book. We're not even reviewing the book, but if somebody finds it, they can make a decision for themselves on whether or not they want to read this book that we've talked about. If they go to Summer's reviews, or Miss Woman of Color's readers reviews, or Read Love Listens reviews, it's like all of them, you can look at what they're talking about and decide if you want a book or not. And they're consistent. That's the other thing that I think we need book reviewers for. And also, as an author, you need them.
Amanda said, is a bad review one that's critical of the prose and plot, or is that an honest review? No, that's an honest review.
Yeah.
But to me, my opinion of a bad review is somebody who just comes in and tears the book apart, doesn't state anything good about the book at all, because no matter how bad the book is, you can always find something good. But there are reviewers out there who just live to trash every single book that they read, because in my opinion, they don't have the cojones or the talent to write a book themselves. And those who can do, and those who can't teach. Except in this case, since they can't write the book, they're going to criticize every book that they get, because it's almost like you can feel the anger that they haven't written a book themselves. So they take it out on everybody else.
Yeah. It's such a weird thing, but when you said that, it actually reminded me of a line from, I think it's Eminem, from his Kamikaze song. It's like, what's your talent? Oh, critiquing my talent. And that's literally what some people do. Like, their talent is critiquing other people's talent, even if they don't have it for themselves. And I'm not saying that that's not valid, because some people, even if you don't write a book, they do have a really critical eye. But a bad review is just like, oh, I don't like this. Oh, I don't like that. Or, you know, this was dumb. Or I don't see why this was
trash. They didn't do this. This wasn't right. This was garbage. I hated this. I like everything is I hate. I don't like.
Right. Or if it's expecting a book to be something that it's not. So if you pick up a romance and you're like, where's the adventure? Where's the plot? Where is this? Where is that? There are only these two characters. All they did was talk to each other and fall in love and da-da-da-da. It's like, why did that's just a bad review. Like, literally the whole genre is about
that book
that.
Is not for you. Right. So then clearly it's not for you. So why are you going to read books in a genre you know that you don't like, just to trash them?
Yeah. So,
that's not a good reviewer to me.
Yeah.
Hey, DL.
Hello. But yeah.
DL's in Puerto Rico, y'all.
Ooh. Fancy.
For work, but still, Puerto Rico. I want to go back.
I agree with what Montrez said. She said, I think book reviews help, even quote unquote negative ones. It helps the right reader find your book. And I think that's the thing that kind of gets lost in the shuffle sometimes. Like, as an author, I fully understand just wanting 5-star reviews across the board. You want people to love your book. You want people to love your work. But at the same time, you know, you also need those reviews where it's just like, it wasn't bad, but it wasn't for me. And personally, I appreciate those reviews more than anything else, because as a reader, I appreciate it when people are like, it was a good book, but it had this element of it, and I just didn't care for that. Because the people who feel that way are usually very specific, without spoiling the book, about the thing that they did not care for that's in the book. So people who are looking for that thing can find it, and the people who aren't looking for that thing can avoid it. So I feel like those are like the most helpful reviews. And it's like if you didn't have it, so many people would essentially just be going into books blind. You would have no idea what's in any book. Because let's be real here. Some of these blurbs, they ain't it. They don't tell you squat diddly about the book. Okay? Like I don't.
Yep. And Ben says a negative review and a bad review aren't the same thing. No, they're not. Because a negative review is like, could be like, it's a good book for somebody else. Yeah. It wasn't for me. Or, or the writing was, off, or there was, there were grammatical errors, or there were plot holes.
Yeah.
Like, that's a negative review. But it's needed because, as I think Montrez said, someone else said in the comments, that you need the constructive criticism. And like Uthaza said, you have to learn what constructive and constructive criticism means. So that constructive reviews, those are needed because they help the author grow. But bad reviews are, like I said, people just who don't know. I don't even think those people would know a good book if they read one.
And that's the thing. And it's just kind of like, I think the people who react negatively to bad reviews, and I put those in quotation marks because honestly, if the review is honest, I don't think it's a bad review as long as they're honest in what they're saying about the book. But the people who come for it, I feel like they come from a place where they didn't have a community. They're probably one of those people that like wrote their first book and then got it published straight away. They picked up an agent and queried, and they didn't have to go through that whole trial and error. Because then when the world collectively starts to be like, this isn't as great, they've never had that fielding moment of, okay, maybe I need to do this. They've never had that humbling moment, I'll say. Right. And it's just like when you don't have a community and you don't have someone to like kind of shine a light on, I don't want to say your flaws because that sounds so negative, but the things that can be improved on, you really do get real sensitive about things when you start thinking that you're the latest, the greatest, the best and the greatest,
Yep.
And it's just like that's a real slippery, dangerous slope, and it gets you to places like where we ended up with people coming, like authors coming for reviewers in the comments unsolicited for no absolute reason, and then the conversation we had in the Discord, we have people who are saying that their book is better than everybody else, and it's just not up to par because they don't have a community telling them that you maybe need to improve on this.
I'm laughing at Luthaza because he said there won't no sex in this darn book. Well, it's Mary McLeod Bethune's biography, ma'am. I don't care. She wasn't busting it down.
Literally though. Like you can, and that's the thing that we need to talk about as authors, because sometimes I feel like we, as authors, we could tell people till we're blue in the face what a book is about. And I'm not talking about the people who are like, oh, I don't know what my book is about, or you like freeze up. But when you are literally like, this is what my book is about, some people will still go to your book for the thing that's not in there, and you're telling them, my book ain't got this. I'm so sorry. My book has no swords, you guys. It's a fantasy, okay? There are no swords. It's not a medieval fantasy. There are no swords. I guarantee you that somebody's still going to read that book looking for swords in medieval fantasy. And I'm just like, I cannot help you. I don't know who lied to you. But they just... Being an author is hard, you guys, because it's like the one profession where your entire career is based off of dealing with people.
Yeah.
And people are just people be peopling. I swear.
They really do.
People be peopling.
They do.
But
we have a little over 12 minutes left. Chelsea's book, We Are the Origin, is coming out on June 21st.
2 weeks, you guys. 2 weeks from today. If you want to sign pre-copy, you need to pre-order it before the 21st, because once the 21st rolls around and the paperback copy is going to be available in stores and on Amazon, I'm taking the signed physical copy down off of my website. So if you want a signed copy with the pre-order goodies, you need to go ahead and get on that right now. Just throwing that out there.
Mm-hmm. And then today is Piper Hughley's, apparently she's not heard of her before this book, but she's a very good author. A lot of people have heard of her. She's wonderful. She writes romance books, I believe, but today was her debut historical fiction novel
Ooh.
called By Her Own Design, and it's a book about Anne Lowe, who was a black fashion designer who designed Jackie Kennedy's wedding gown, as well as Olivia de Havilland, who was the last surviving actress of the Golden Age. She just died 2 years ago at 104. She made her gown, and Olivia won the Academy Award in it, and like Anne Lowe really did not receive the credit for these things. She was on the Mike Douglas show and stuff like that, but she really didn't receive the write up as things happened.
Going to interrupt real quick. If you guys need a link to my book, it is in the description box below. It's literally next to all the other books. It just says We Are the Origin, and if you need it, it's just written at melanin.com or cmlockhart.com. There you go. Throwing it out.
It's down below.
All of it's down
link.
below.
Mm-hmm. So Piper Hughley's book is out today. She is one of the 2 interviews that I posted today, so you can go to betweenthereads.com. You can check out her interview. There's also a link on her YouTube page, which is, if you go to betweenthereads.com and you click on her episode, the link to her YouTube video with me is there, but it's just graphics, not actual video of her, because we had technical difficulties, but it's still there on the YouTube channel. And in the description on the YouTube channel, there is a link to Anne Lowe's interview that she did with Mike Douglas, and you can watch him like talk down to her and pocket check her. It's just amazing what this woman went through. So that's out today. Mm-hmm. Black Indie Author Week is
in like
a week away.
So.
And that's going to be great. So
and if you guys want to participate in Black Indie Author Week, make sure you're following Audra. It's going to be Instagram Lives, and so check that out. Like I said, all the links to everything are down in the description box below, and y'all know we're gonna be talking about it on this channel, so just don't even act like y'all don't know. That's all I'm saying. But yeah, I'm trying to think. Was there some? Oh, also, you guys, I don't think I mentioned this, but if y'all don't listen to podcasts, y'all should subscribe to Audra's podcast, because if y'all like seeing us together, I'm actually going to be on her podcast pretty soon to talk about We Are the Origin, and y'all know that's going to be a good time. So, yeah. And then she's going to come on my podcast so that we can talk about writerish things that we don't usually talk about on here. Because I'm going to make her explain about the second book that we've all been waiting with bated breath for. So, it's going to be great. Make sure y'all check it out. And also, shout out to Relove Listen, because you be leaving comments on my podcast, and they really be giving me so much life. And I appreciate you so much.
Me too! Thank you. Relove Listen be on there. Yes. And Summer reads too. She be up on there too. Yes.
I just need y'all to know that I see those comments, and every time I'm just like, it just gives me so much life. So
look, Montrez just said that Black Indie Author Week is the highlight of the month.
Hey, it really is. I mean, it's Juneteenth. It's Black History Month. It's gonna be amazing. Podcast link is in the description box. Just click on my website, writenatmelanin.com, and there is a link at the very top that says podcast that has all of the episodes. So yes. And
all up.
Yes, we are collaborating, and I'm super, super excited about it. I'm actually opening up the podcast to more interviewees, conversationalists, guests, co-hosts. I don't even know what to call it at this point, you guys. But it's gonna be great. It's gonna be amazing. It's still gonna be mostly me, because y'all know I like to run my mouth. So yeah, but there are going to be other people sometimes, too.
Write the damn book.
Yeah, write the book. It's going to be amazing. I support everyone in their indie author dreams. Truly. But I need y'all to know that if my book happens to go viral and they offer me an exorbitant amount of money, I'm going to take it. I'm going to sell out. I am not that bad person. Yeah. I just need y'all to know that, so don't come for me later on in the future. Where you're like, well, you were all about being an indie author. Okay, well, I'm traditional now if they offer me a big enough paycheck with enough zeros. Just throwing that out there. I can be bought.
Let somebody
Unless
run across the bloodland and offer me some crazy amount of money.
unless they tell me that the characters cannot be black, in which case I will not be bought. So I am firm on that. They're black and they're not nice. So, but yeah, I support everybody getting their coins.
Barrett said, "I am here for the sellout." And Luther also said, "As long as I can get a good cash app from you, I'm not gonna say nothing."
I mean, as long as y'all understand that we are all on the same page, because
We're on the same page.
I'm excited. Honestly, look, Amanda can vouch for this. I'm always in her messages like, I'm a fraud. And she's like, no, you're not. This is going to be amazing. And I'm excited and good things are happening. So, yeah, you can't change the characters. When I tell y'all that I love my characters so much, and I be cracking myself up. So if y'all read this book, I hope y'all laugh and have a couple of moments of tee. And if you're black, there are definitely some references in there that I hope y'all get. I hope y'all appreciate. And if you watch anime, I'm literally considering running like a giveaway where anyone who reads the book, like if you catch all the anime references and let me know, I will send you the second book for free. That's kind of where I'm at because I threw a lot of them in there. But I had fun.
I just love how your dog came and just sat up on the couch like, look.
Yeah, he's so spoiled. That's his side of the couch. We don't even sit there anymore.
What's his name? Einstein. What is it?
Alphonse?
Oh, there you go. It was something.
Einstein the dog. I'm so dead. I can't even say that. His name is Alphonse. So
yeah, it was something like that. It was like never mind. The cadence. Alphonse Einstein. See, the cadence is there. Da, da, da.
His name is actually Alphonse Elric, and it's after an anime character. But sure.
Okay, well, I don't know anime, so.
Okay, well, you're not winning the giveaway.
Nope, definitely not. Definitely not. But I bought the book, so I'm gonna buy the second one too. So I'm just saying.
Yeah. I'm so excited, and not you say you can't wait to read the book. I'm so excited.
I'm excited to read it. Oh.
Okay. Alphonse is also an anime reference. Yeah. Not the see. Okay, look, Mickey and Luthaza, y'all. Yes. Okay, and Audra I could see on her face that she just fully checked out in that moment.
No, because I'm like, Barrett just followed me, and I'm like, oh,
Barrett's so amazing.
Thank you, Barrett. And also, what the hell took you so long?
Not her thanking you and cussing you out in the same breath. Is she not somebody's mama? I swear. That is a motherly trait. You did so good. Why didn't you do it earlier? Look, ma'am, give me my flowers. Do not yank them back in the same breath. Okay? My kids will win that contest. Look, when I tell y'all, some of them are obvious, and some of them, I'm going to need y'all to actually be watching anime to get some of these references. But there's like one in every chapter. I ain't even gonna lie. But y'all know I love anime. That's just who I am. And, yeah.
Well, I'm not going to catch the references, so just know that up front. I know I'm going to love the book.
Mm-hmm. If you want me to, I can send you a list of anime.
No, because I ain't going to watch it, because my kids have tried to get me into anime, and I'm not doing it.
You sound like my mom. I be trying. She did watch one, though. She watched the Promised Neverland, and she enjoyed it. So. I love Ashley. But yeah, I might seriously do that. Let me go through, because I have to go through the book anyway. So I'll make a list, and I'll make it a reel. The first 3 people to DM me with all the correct answers for all the anime references, I will send you a free copy of a signed physical copy of the second book. There we go. Y'all heard me say it on here. It's on recording. So if I try to back out of it, just point me to this. Anyway, I love anime. I'm old school. Some of them are old school. So, I mean, if you watch 90s anime, you'd probably get some of them. But I'm ranting, you guys. I'm just really excited about my book, because I've been working on it all day. And when I get off of here, I'm going to have to go back to working on it. and recording this podcast episode because I missed it last week. Because I was working on this book, trying to get it out on time.
You can explain to me what anime is in the after chat. That's all I'm saying.
Do you not know what it is?
Isn't it like some Japanese kind of like cartoony things where their mouths move funny and doesn't like line up with the words they say?
When's the last time you watched anime, Audra? I mean,
my kids tried to get me to watch it years ago when Solomon was like half the age he is now.
So yeah, no, they don't do that anymore. It's a lot better now.
Okay.
Yeah, the mouth flaps match up. That's like a whole industry now. So.
Okay.
Yep. Anyway, you guys, we are going to move this conversation to the after chat. $5 will get you into it, and it will be supporting the Melanin Library and Black authors. And if you would like it to, I also have a Ko-Fi where you can support me personally and my book. And if you do that, patreon.com/CM Lockhart, you can actually sign up for the $5 tier there, and I'll send you the ebook. Like, that's fine. That's totally fine too. But it's totally up to you, what you want, whatever. Also, if you'd like to purchase The Three Mrs. Greys or Devil in a Blue Dress by Shelley Ellis and Walter Mosley, there is a link for both of those books down in the description box below. Those are affiliate links. So when you click on them, you will be helping to support Written in Melanin and the Melanin Library so they continue to exist. If you don't know what the Melanin Library is, it is an online database of books written by Black authors. So if you haven't checked it out, you should go ahead and do that. That being said, there are links to absolutely everything in the description box below. Purchase my book. I would really appreciate it. Like this video, subscribe to the channel so you don't miss when we do this next week, and turn on the notifications. That is it. Subscribe to Audra. Click all the links if you don't know what it is. And that's it. Thank you guys for being here. And until next time, I hope your days are lovely and your books are interesting. Bye.